My name is Shania Bhopa, and I froze my eggs at 25 years old. The story of how egg freezing came about, it was Christmas of 2022. Over dessert, my sister brought it up and, urged me to read some research articles and just learn a little bit more about women's health broadly and what our fertility window looks like and the difference between being 20 and being 30 years old. And so doing my own research, I realized that the egg quality and egg count goes down, especially in our mid-30s, and realizing that I don't really want children until my mid-30s. And so I started Googling and researched and found a few clinics in the area. I booked a fertility consultation. This fertility consultation, it was educational, but also I learned quite a bit about my options as a woman. And after that consultation, I realized that I was a great candidate for egg freezing. I would have the potential to have a few healthy, great eggs frozen. And so I went ahead with the procedure. Officially the end of day one, I feel fine. No cramps really, no soreness. And the needle actually didn't hurt at all going in. It was more of a mental battle, I think. One huge issue that I uncovered through the fertility journey that I experienced was the gaps in our education system. So for honestly very many women in Canada, we go through elementary school and high school with a health class. In this health class, it makes women feel like we're just fertile fairies. I call us fertile fairies because in health class they teach us that if you have sex, you will essentially get pregnant. And that's it. That's the health lesson. Whereas there are so many factors that go into actually conceiving, having a healthy baby, and having a healthy pregnancy. And again, those gaps really just exemplify that the education system embeds this fear. Women are so fearful of accidentally getting pregnant. We don't actually know the statistics and the data behind how many eggs do we actually drop a month? Do we drop any? What is the success rate on actually conceiving naturally? And so that conversation is the reason why women live honestly in the dark with absolutely no knowledge or resources really at our fingertips to learn the actual data behind having children. The way that we shift culture is together as a community. The way that we shift the dialogue that we see is by working as a unit. And so if you are at home and you have your own fertility journey or experience, or you just genuinely want to share, pick up the phone, call a friend, talk to your younger sister or your younger cousins or girls in your community. I think that knowledge is power. And I think that mobilizing that knowledge, sharing it with one another, sharing the research articles could absolutely change women's lives in our community. And you never know how one conversation, one call on the phone, or one sending of a meme could ultimately change a woman's life. So I honestly want to empower everyone to feel courageous, feel excited, and feel really thoughtful about what they put forward in terms of fertility knowledge and information. Increased awareness about fertility options could literally change a woman's life. And I say this because 2 years ago, I knew absolutely nothing about fertility, about options that we might have as women other than naturally conceiving. That is not talked about at school. It is not talked about around the dinner table with your friends. It's not talked about online. And I think that if women were empowered to know that there are options, they would feel more in control of their lives. They would feel more confident to achieve their dreams. And that by proxy will empower the women in our communities. One woman in a household that is empowered actually promotes the health of those around her. And so let's think about our future generations. Let's think about our sisters and our daughters and our friends who deserve to live the life that they've always dreamt of. And for many people, they dream about being a mom, but it's just not something that they necessarily want right now in your prime fertile years. And so really thinking about how can we offer as much education to women around the world and resources really so that we can empower everyone to chase their dreams.